Hello and welcome back to Wildlife Hotel. I'm Eric.
And I'm Geoffrey.
We spent 26 days in Japan and we went everywhere from Tokyo to Osaka and everywhere in between.
Japan is an incredible place, a truly life-changing experience for the both of us, and we wouldn't be us if we didn't share those adventures with you.
Today's adventure:
the Hanaikada Ryokan in Kyoto, Japan.
So, what exactly is a Ryokan?
A Ryokan is a traditional style Japanese hotel, complete with tatami mat rooms, in-room meal services or kaiseki, and some even have natural hot spring onsens or baths all included in the cost of the room.
And they even provide these fancy yuukatas, so yes, while on paper staying here can look expensive, you don't have to worry about finding food, and this ryokan had some of the most incredible hospitality that we've ever seen at a hotel. There is a catch though. At least in our experience, Hanaikada required the room to be empty during the middle of the day. This was to allow them to clean our room and prepare it for our evening meal while we were out and about during our adventures.
But that was hardly an inconvenience for us. There's so much to do in the nearby area. The hardest part was actually making it back on time for dinner. That reminds me, meals included breakfast and dinner, and they even gave us our choice of mealtime. One of the first things we were asked when we arrived was, when would you like to have dinner?
Oh, 7. 7 is good, yeah.
And that made it so easy to plan out the rest of our stay.
Hanaikada is located on the southern end of the Togetsu-kyo Bridge, next door to the Arashiyama Monkey Park. The bridge spans the Katsura River, and it's just a short, breathtaking walk across to a quaint shopping area complete with food stalls, souvenir shops, and yes, the reason you're really here, Snoopy Chocolat.
And just north of the shopping, you can find Tenryuji and the Arashiyama Bamboo Forest, all within the same few blocks. When we looked at the map, we were a little worried we were going to have to take buses to all these places, but it's all much closer than it looks, and it's all pretty easily walkable from the Ryokan. By the way, if you're interested in learning more about any of the things we just mentioned, we do have videos for all of them on our channel. Check out our Japan playlist, or check out the links in the description below for more. Back to the Ryokan.
Hanaikada was amazing. When we arrived, it felt like every employee showed up to greet us. They took our bags, despite how heavy they were, and they stowed our shoes for us when we took them off at the entrance. Remember the shoe thing? That'll come back later.
Then they brought us to our room, and everything was all set up for dinner. They brought us yuukatas after asking what sizes we wanted, and then once we were all dressed up and ready to go, it was time for dinner. But not before taking a moment to admire the town and the river from our balcony. What a view!
And dinner was amazing. Every course was as beautiful as it was delicious, meticulously arranged in a masterful display of care and pride in one's craft. Our server, waitress, we're not really sure what to call her, but she hand-delivered each course to our table, and she was so amazingly helpful whenever we had questions.
When considering the cost of a ryokan, just consider that in America, this dinner alone would probably cost the same as your stay for the night. But your stay for the night includes dinner for two, a room, and breakfast. So you're really getting a fairly spectacular deal here.
And the onsen. Don't forget the onsen.
And we have nothing but respect for these amazing women. Not only do they know everything about the food, they know everything about the ryokan, the surrounding area, and they even went out of their way to make sure we had arrangements to get to our next hotel. And all the while, they carry these loaded trays up and down several flights of stairs, squatting down and standing back up several times during our dinner while balancing everything without spilling.
Just look at that control. That's some serious core strength. And that's just for our room alone. Imagine doing all of that for all the other people staying in the ryokan as well. After dinner, it was time to wash up. But wait, yeah, this room has a pretty nice bathroom, but there's better. The onsens. Hanaikada has both public and private onsens filled with all natural Arashiyama hot spring water, and some of the rooms even have their own onsens built in.
An onsen is a kind of bathhouse complete with showers and at least one hot tub. Some onsens use natural hot spring waters, while others are more in line with a traditional hot tub. Hanaikadas are all natural and boast some of the most amazing views in the city. However, an onsen is not a hot tub, and this water is not chlorinated. This is your bath water, and afterwards, you're ready to towel off and head on to your next adventure. There's nothing quite like looking out over Arashiyama from your private onsen in the rain. What an amazing experience.
Oh look, roof cat.
Fast forward to the next morning.
It's time for breakfast downstairs, and just look at this breakfast.
It's massive!
We felt kinda bad not finishing everything, but it was a lot of food, especially first thing in the morning. And we're not really morning people to begin with. This is pretty early for us. But wow, was it delicious. There were a few of the same staples we had with dinner the previous night, but we're not complaining. We'd eat this way every day if we could.
After breakfast, it was time for an amazing day of adventures before returning the evening wanting to do it all over again. And remember how they took our shoes when we arrived? Every single time we showed even the slightest intention of walking out the front door, a front house staff member would be ready for us, springing into action, appearing as if from thin air with our shoes to make sure we were ready for our next adventure. We'll never forget our amazing stay at Hanaikada.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Japan was truly life-changing and we are so excited to share our adventures with you. If you're interested in more videos from our trip to Japan, follow the link on the right to see more. And until next time, relax, enjoy some amazing food. You're worth it.